around me that were of Hispanic descent, and I wanted to be able to communicate and
Right.
form friendships and coexist
Yeah.
with the people around me. And the people I know of Hispanic descent, they work way harder than I do, dude.
Yeah.
They work. I mean, I never really saw like my aunts, uncles, grandparents working on an assembly line, but the level of work that I see from people of Hispanic descent is it blows me out of the water. That's for damn sure.
And also it kind of reminds you of what we were. There's nothing more important than culture is super important. Like your bearing, your sense of and the Mexican culture is part of our culture now, right?
Yeah.
But it's a lot more grounded than us because you get to university or whatever, and somebody with like pink hair is like, I am a Twizzler, and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like you need some sort of grounding a little bit, and
Yeah.
so it's good to have. I don't know. It's definitely part of our culture now. It is
it
our
totally
culture.
is. Okay, I work with a lot of Vietnamese guys,
Yeah.
and so like
Those guys work their asses off.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Vietnamese, they're amazing.
Filipino.
Yeah, dude, they're amazing. They're funny. They're good-hearted. Like they're just amazingly amazing people. And like they were talking about Mexicans today, and not in a negative way, but they were like asking me questions. And they lived in the country the guy who was asking me has lived in the country for 30 years, something like that. Like all of his kids are citizens. He came in correctly, everything like that. Like, but he would just ask because like he lives up in Westminster, and he's like, Mexican food. We were talking about food, and he's like, Mexican food is like pretty popular. And I'm like, oh yeah, everybody loves it, dude. It's really good. You know, the tortilla did changed my world. You know, he's like, yeah, but you don't think it's like because their spice is different than like jalapeno and stuff like that. Like they'll use
Thai
it.
chilies are a little different than
Yeah,
Vietnamese.
like
yeah.
they're both hot, but it's a little. And they're like, he described. The other day we were talking about Greek food, and he's like, it's kind of sour, and I'm like, it is kind of sour. Like the tzatziki and all that stuff. I'm like, that is like, it's a good type of sour, but like totally, it's kind of sour. But to hear like him talking about like Mexican food, and he's like, people like it, you know.
Vietnamese is like the French food of, like it's a mix. You know, like if you look at the, is that the right? Am I thinking of?
Filipino food, I think, is a little more diverse than Vietnamese food from
But
my personal.
But like the
perspective.
banh mi, is that Vietnamese?
What?
The banh mi, the
What's
chicken,
that?
like pho. Is
Yeah,
that-
yeah, pho's Vietnamese.
Yeah. They
Okay.
have the French roll and everything. It's French
yeah.
because they were occupied by the French.
Mm. Yeah,
so it's like
the baguettes
French.
we had with
Yeah.
Jenny,
So it's
yeah.
like French inspired. So I could see French has a very like middle of, you know what I mean. It's not like incredibly spicy or sour. You know what I mean. So I could see like their palate being more subtle.
Yeah, you know, it really is, and it's like,
Dude, I must sound like a complete idiot
No,
if I'm wrong.
no, you don't. No. It's weird. Like they like sweet things, like not like blatantly like a candy bar, but like
Right. Yeah.
it's spicy, but it's got
Very
a sweet,
French.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like, is that sugar along with that spice? And they're like, oh, yeah. And you're like, okay, cool. I'm good. I never would have. Reminds me, I have a card I'll give to you guys for. It's a good place in Off La Paz, Vietnamese pho.
Oh, dude, have you had pho before?
Yeah.
There's a good
Holy
place in San Juan.
So good, dude. You know the best pho I've had though, and this is blasphemous to our Vietnamese listeners, but Thai pho. Oh, it was pad Thai pho.
Ooh.
It was the best. It's in Thai Town in L.A.
I love the play on
Okay.
words that you get with pho restaurants. So there's
A lot
like
of
the
fucking.
the
Yeah.
pho king,
Yeah.
or there's what the pho.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a Filipino coworker. My buddy, straight homie. Him and I were in the same training class. We got hired on the same day. I played on his basketball team in the All Asian League and everything.
Yeah.
But I was telling him that we need to start, and this is all patent pending. Like if you try and steal this, I am gonna fucking come after you.
No one's listening.
Yeah, but we were gonna start a pho restaurant called 24/7.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is, yeah.
I can't believe that's not taken. That has to be taken. 24/7. That's great.
Yeah. It's like a beer and hot dog.
And I told him
We should
he
start
can
a
work the
food
cash
truck.
register because if people walk in, they want to see an Asian guy.
They don't want to see some ginger fucking guy.
How did you like your noodles?
Yeah, I'll pour the beer. We'll have Irish beer.
Oh god.
dude. Bayern
Polish
Reaper.
beer.
Polish beer would be good.
I only know like 2 brands of Polish beer.
What are they?
Something unpronounceable, something unpronounceable.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
A lot of K's and C's in there for no reason.
Yeah, there's like 27 consonants,
Some
2
dude
vowels.
Spent
and
his
it's-
life playing Angry Birds.
It's just
instead of
one
reading.
syllable.
That was actually anti-Polish of me. I did not. I meant to insult you, but that was very
You want me to
racist.
bust out the Canadian jokes?
Yeah.
Dude, I bet I'll fucking skate circles around you.
With Canadian jokes?
No, playing hockey.
Oh.
Right there was
No, I'm pretty good at skating. I don't know about that.
ice skating or
If
Ice
you
skating. Did
if
you
I
play
was-
hockey as a sport though? Did you play hockey for school? Because I played roller hockey like in high school. But
not for school. The first when I was in kindergarten, my dad got me a pair of rollerblades.
So here-
and we were playing in like the cul-de-sac, and then I played when I was in 2nd grade. I played on a hockey team, roller on La Paz.
So
middle
here's the
school right
deal.
there.
Here's what happened with me. My dad was super into soccer, so he had me in soccer. And if you weren't in hockey as a young kid, you're fucked because it's so competitive up
Yeah.
there. So I never played I mean, I played with friends, so I was pretty good that way. But I wasn't like playing hockey.
We
My friends who played hockey, dude.
we played in just like a beer league when like right before Katie and I started dating. I was in it for like 2 years, and then like maybe 2 years while we were dating, and then all the guys started getting married and popping out kids and shit. But we took down 2 championships in the beer league. You know where Paseo de Valencia is, and Alicia, that skate park.
Yeah.
With the hockey rink right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
We played in that league, and we hoisted the trophy twice.
Nice.
Yeah, and dude, it was like one of the cooler moments of my life. I have like pretty low standards now. Like I used to have
I know.
a little higher ambitions. Thanks.
Dude,
But-
I don't know. I haven't skated since my knee though. I wonder how good I am.
It was the
I'd like to
championship
get on the
game,
ice again.
and my dad was working at the fire station right there, and I told him, I was like, hey, championship game, if you can come out, and he was like, oh, I got forced. So that was just a thing growing up. Like if I had a big little league game, my dad would be
That's
like,
pretty-
oh yeah, I know, like you got a big game, I'm gonna be there, and then that
Yeah.
day you get a call and it's like, oh, I got forced to work because someone called out sick. So my dad got forced that day, and he drove the fucking fire engine over. Him and his 4 guys on crew were there, and I had the assist on the game-winning goal. I actually wound up for a slap shot, and someone else got like barely a piece of it. Like it was going in anyways, and my other guy like just barely nicked it, so they credited him with the goal. But my dad fucking saw it, and then it was the game was about to end, and I just came out for a shift change, and my dad ran over, and he was like, hey, we just got a call, I gotta go. And I opened the gate, and I fucking gave him a hug, and then like the last 5 minutes of the game ran out, and we fucking hoisted the cup.
You guys crying? It's a good story, man.
It was sweat in my eyes. I wasn't crying.
Yeah, but it was,
Oh, come on, man.
no, that's
Yeah.
cool though. That's,
But I worked with a guy who, he was just a full
Did
on.
you see the movie Frequency?
No.
yes.
When his
But-
dad's a firefighter?
Yeah.
Every time you tell your stories about your dad, I think of that movie. That's a good movie, man. You gotta watch
It is
Frequency.
a good movie.
I'll watch it.
Radio.
Dude, they're on a radio, and he grows up to be a cop, and then they talk back in time, and they help solve them. It's so fucking good.
It is.
It's such a good movie.
Great.
It freaks me out though because he's in 1999, and 1999 looks like the 70s. You know when you see movies where it's like 2000, and you're like, no, that's the 80s.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my god, that's 2000.
Yeah.
How the fuck old am I? I'm
No,
old.
yeah.
But yeah, in when I first got hired on at my job, it was me, my buddy Jose, the Filipino guy, and then this other guy named Jacob, who he's red haired, got a red beard.
Oh,
He was
worst.
a wrestler in high school, and then I think he got a scholarship to play football at Washington State, which is like pretty big football school.
Yeah.
And he busted his knee, but he's a bodybuilder, so he like when we first got hired on, he could literally bench press like 450 pounds. He's just a fucking monster, and he
so
brought
much weight, dude.
he brought his in like Long Beach they do like a weightlifting competition that he goes to every year, and he's been like the perennial champ for like 2-3 years in a row. Like one day I had to like take off work to go and like defend his crown, but he had his little trophy And I was like, "What's up with that trophy?" He's like, "Oh, it's a bench press trophy. I fucking, you know, and there's fucking." He's like if the three of us sat next to each other, that's like how like wide this guy is. He's just a fucking monster of a human being.
Jesus.
But he
Big
had
dick.
his trophy, and I was like,
Like,
"Oh, we're putting trophies on our desk now, huh?" And I brought my roller hockey trophy that I got for hoisting the cup, and he was like, "That's a participation trophy," and I still have this personal grudge against him. I was like, "Fuck you, buddy. We'll fucking skate circles around your ass. I don't care how much you can lift. You're not flexible at all. Like, if you want to go, you want to do a fucking decathlon, you want to do 10 events, I'll smoke you in 9 of them. Like, you're gonna get the shot put, and that's about it. And I'll
That
throw a
never-
javelin further
That
than you.
never hurts a
I'll-
stronger guy's feelings.
I'll,
like
I'll
that.
run faster than you. I'll jump higher than you. I'll throw a discus further than you. Fucking hurdles. You fucking name it. I will smoke you. The only thing you got is fucking weightlifting. And he's like, it's still a participation trophy. It still fucking pisses me off. Dude, this guy, we went to a bachelor party. So we hopped on a party bus in Lake Forest. And then we went up to Anaheim for this coworker. He was like in the military, and then he like moved from Indiana out here, so he didn't have like his group of friends. And we were like, hey, we're not gonna let our homeboy not go down without a fucking bang, you know. So like someone got a party bus, and we were doing some illicit drugs and stuff. So we get to the first. We're like, hey, let's go to a dive bar before the strip club. And this guy that I worked with, the bench press guy, he recently moved from Arizona, and he had like a fake ID from Arizona and for some reason he had his Arizona ID,
Oh,
even though
no.
he's 25.